Americano Six.
To sit through 2 hours of this flip-flopping, flying mark gymnastics garbage.
Americano 7.
You're right, and at the end of the day, I refuse to get screwed at the come and go.
The Brothers Grappler presents the AEW review show, and it starts now.
This is the AEW review show. I am El Americano 7, El Americano 6. Of course, has to be here. He's contractually obligated to be here against his better wishes, I'm guessing. Before we get into the show, you know, it was another great edition of AEW. I'm sure you can agree, Six. But before we get into the show, later we are going to discuss. I wasn't on the Crack the Track segment for obvious reasons. And it just proves that I have to be a part of everything for something to be done right. So we're going to discuss the Crack the Track segment and the Grappler Gazette Championship on this show tonight. Jay Chewbacca, Midnite Mike, you guys botched that one. And we're going to discuss that. Are you aware, Six, that you botched that one?
Am I aware that I botched it?
Correct.
No, I'm not aware that I botched it. I mean, I kind of loosely heard the show back, and yeah, maybe something, but I need to hear it again.
All right, well, I got some compelling evidence that we're going to play later. But first, let's go ahead and kick off the AEW show. Let's do this.
Oh, geez, Seven. And, you know, I just want to preface this by saying, you know, I'm not in the best of moods right now. Even though I am in my happy place down here in the Grappler Cave, I am not in the best of moods, man. This show,
my shirt.
This show, dude, this is now 3 weeks in a row, dude.
Let's see your shirt.
It's a little nicer than your shirt.
That is the brand new Mark Slayer. Hey, why don't I have one of those yet? Why didn't I get one?
You got your mini buck shirt. You're good.
Where do
so
I
don't. Where
do I get that one?
You can get this over at BrothersGrappler.com. Seven.
That is like, yeah. I mean, you gotta cut the sleeves off. That looks kind of dorky how you wear it, but
like a regular person wears a shirt.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, let's just, you know, it was painful enough to sit through this, so it's going to be painful enough to get through it. So let's just get started here. So. Obviously, the show started with Cody, you know, starting some promo with the face painted guy. Apparently,
Darby Allin.
Okay, and how apparently neither of them have lost, I guess. And Cody is ranked number one. I got that from his promo.
Right, but he can't challenge for the AEW championship.
Correct. I did get that too. Why is that now?
He lost a match.
Oh, he lost a match. Okay. So, and then I like the whole, you know, who do you want, a corporate sheep or you know, Darby Allin as your champion? I thought that was kind of cute, but I don't know, man. Who are you? Who do you like? Are you a Darby Allin skateboarding guy fan, or are you more of the Cody neck tattoo guy?
Well, I don't even know how you asked this question because obviously Darby Allin's cool. You know, like I like his face paint. It's creative. It's out there. It's eccentric. I like that kind of stuff. So,
well, that's good. I do actually have some remarks on his face paint.
So mine is the fact that he's 5'8" and 175 pounds. Go on.
Yeah. So anyway, so after the little build up there because they're having a match. So then we go to Shivani and Jericho, and they're gonna, you know,
greatest
they're going over
commentator duel in this century.
Dude, they did a great job again tonight, man. And what do we got tonight? So there's a double main event they're telling us about. We got Goldust versus
no, you have Dustin Rhodes,
the Monster Hawk murder guy. Then we got Cody facing this skateboarding Allen guy, and then we're also going to hear, which is going to be quite a treat. We're going to be hearing from the I guess the champion John Moxley. Yeah. Who? What do you think about that? Are you excited to hear from Moxley?
I mean, I was totally excited to hear from Moxley because here's the thing: it's like he has that rugged matter of fact delivering the things that he says. Like his conviction is there. It's always there. You know what I mean? So, like what a great champion.
Okay. Yeah. All that stuff, Seven. Yeah. Such a great promo guy. So we got Brody Lee's going to be facing the little stunt guy, that little tiny guy. He's a dwarf, I think. We got.
Do you know who that is? You remember when we did the Mike Durbin show and we did the review of one of Marco Stunt's matches?
Yes. Orange Cassidy, your bud.
Yep.
Him and his best friends are going to be wrestling some marks. And then we got apparently MJF and Wardlow are going to have an update coming up. So
cool. I mean,
you're a big Wardlow mark, aren't you? You like Wardlow?
Yeah, and I like MJF.
Oh, you like MJF?
This is for the circumstances that we're in with all this. This is an action-packed show.
All right. Well, we're getting started right here. We got Cody versus Darby to open up the show. It's a nice curtain jerker. It's a good match to. You know what I was funny? What was really funny that I couldn't stop laughing. They had a tail of the tape with these guys.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. They measured the chest size and the forearm size and the wrist size and the hand size and the height and the weight and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was, comparing their physical statures. I thought was it makes it much more sport oriented.
Dude. Yeah.
So anyway, Cody comes out to like the worst babyface entrance I've ever seen. He kisses Brandy. I mean, it was quite embarrassing. Like in all honesty, it was pretty cheeseball. What'd you think?
I feel like you're a hater. You don't even know why you're hating, but you're hating. Like, what was wrong with it? Like, I mean, he's the face of the company.
Cody's the face of the company?
Well, yeah.
I'm genuinely asking. I wasn't aware of that.
Well, I mean, you have I mean, maybe not the face. Maybe I'm stretching there, but he's one of the faces.
Yeah, okay. Doesn't mean he has to come out.
Face.
Doesn't mean he has to have that cheesy ass.
What do you want him to do?
Something more creative than some 80s walkout, kiss your valet, dude, play to the crowd, dude. It's cheeseball, man. It's cheeseball, Seven.
Whoever kissed a valet in the 80s? Name me one person who kissed their valet in the 80s.
Tully Blanchard.
Who?
Tully Blanchard. Baby doll. Jesus, dude. All right, listen. Anyway.
I didn't watch that.
Anyway, so what? Some notes I took from this.
Mm-hmm.
Darby is so small, he makes Cody look big. Cody isn't going to pin Darby off of a shoulder tackle. They had some awful chain wrestling. It was slow and predictable. Let's see here. Cody hurt his knee for about 6 seconds, and then he was just miraculously 100%. So good storytelling, good psychology. Darby ran into Brandy. Did you see that when he struck Brandy out there? So Cody sidestepped and let Darby just, boom, crash right into Brandy. Is that something a husband would do?
I think he did it on purpose.
I think he kind of did too.
I have to agree with Jericho on this one. I think he did it on purpose. Let me tell you something. Before you go on, think about something that Shivani said during this match. That Darby Allin's skateboard background makes him glide in the ring. How accurate is that?
His skateboard. What? What?
This is a Tony Schiavone. You like Tony Schiavone?
I do like Tony Schiavone.
Skateboard background makes him glide in the ring.
Oh,
how can you argue that? How are you even going to argue that?
No, you're right. You're right. I have no defense for that. I cannot argue the fact that you're right. He does glide in the ring just with his skateboard background is definitely helping him out. I guess you're right. I can't debate that. I have nothing to debate that with. That's good stuff. So what else here? One thing is I haven't seen Cody work an actual match in quite some time, in all honesty, since he was in the WWE. So when did he leave? How long's he been gone?
A couple of years now, I would imagine.
A couple years?
Yeah, I think at least be 2.
Well, it's longer than 2.
Okay, 3.
He worked all the indies and New Japan and ROH.
Okay, so 3.
Toiled there for 3-4 years. So he's awful. He is awful. The indies did not do him any good. The guys he's playing around with and hanging out with, dude, his in-ring work is, dude.
I think you have an agenda against Cody Rhodes. That's what I think. I think you're the typical dirt sheet guy right now with your agenda against Cody Rhodes. How can you sit here and say that when you saw the sequence at the end of the match when he did the Akai flip sequence and did the crossroads? How can you argue that was not premier wrestling in 2020. How can you argue that? You can't.
What was the sequence again? Can you run that by me one more time?
Well, dude, I'm not here to recap for you. You saw the show.
No, I'm asking you, what was the name of the sequence?
The finish of the match when he did the Akai flip into the sequence.
Akai flip.
Akai flip. Right.
Can you please spell that for me?
Into the crossroads. That was cool. And then the thing why you're arguing that is because you can't do that.
All right. You're right. El Americano 6 cannot perform an Akai flip into a crossroad. And nor am I going to throw my body recklessly into any type of crossroad.
And then you're gonna sit there and say this match was Indian. Dude, how sick were the coffin drops that they both did? Dude, Six, I know how much you love when somebody else does someone else's finisher. I love that.
So what I got here is it looked like Alan needs better face paint, dude. Like, it looks like he's buying it at the 99-cent store.
You need a better mask.
Did you see that stuff peeling off?
Well,
they're 3 minutes into the match. His stuff's peeling off like he's like 60 minutes in, like the Stinger.
Have you never seen a Goldust match or a Sting match or a Legion of Doom match?
Sting's paint lasts at least 45 minutes. At least 45 minutes.
Oh my, dude, come on, man. How many times does Sting have a match, the sweat and all this stuff? You can see Sting's face within like 10 minutes. Alternate Warrior.
Meanwhile, this show, if you had just turned it on, it looks like Cody's running the heat on a child. Weak punches from Cody, weak kicks from Cody. Darby Allin has a comeback. It's pathetic. Weak strikes. Lame leg lock applied incorrectly, by the way. He actually wasn't doing anything on that leg lock other than just like holding his foot.
You can't even hold your microphone right, and you're gonna judge a wrestler in the ring. Get out! Come on, man.
Can I ask you a serious question?
No. Yes, go ahead.
Why does Cody have a wolf on his boot?
Oh my gosh. Really? You picked
Well, look, it's so far in this match, it's been very apparent Darby has scouted Cody. Darby has scouted Cody. No, I have no agenda. Let me finish up. So Brandy's back out now with a water bottle, mind you, okay? Because Cody, quite frankly, is pretty blown up. He's got the cotton mouth going on. The guy's signaling Cody Brandy, get out here. I need something,
some
right?
Water.
Spit in my mouth. Give me some water, something. Tap water, I'll take anything. It doesn't even have to be alkaline. Just something, right? Something to wet his mouth. So Brandy's back out, hits Cody. Cody hits Darby with a weak clothesline. Darby kicks out after Cody's finisher. Darby falls on him off the top rope. Cody uses leverage for the win. What'd you think of that?
Awesome. Okay, so I went my horchata rating -3 3/4 cans of half empty. Pathetic, man. This is pathetic. This is you clearly have an agenda against Cody Rhodes. You've talked about that for years when he was Stardust and when he had the mask on in WWE. You've never liked Cody. I'm going to call you out right here.
That's not true.
Okay.
I said on a couple of gazettes ago that I used to like Cody when he was in WWE. Not when he didn't wear the knee pads, but when he wore the knee pads. Not when he had the face mask on, but when no face mask, I was okay with him.
All right, get on to the next thing about the show.
Well, we are going right into a Scorpio Sky Profile. What do you think of this Scorpio Sky, dude?
I will quote him and say Scorpio Sky, effing legend.
Well, this is what I got. He didn't want to be the third guy.
Who does?
Well, Mabel wanted to be the third guy, according to Meltzer.
Yep.
So, anyway,
Grappler 4 wanted to be the third guy.
Well,
he was the third guy.
That's true. Grappler 4 was the third man. So anyway, but he felt right at home in the moment and isn't ever satisfied. Scorpio Sky wants to be a legend. Unbelievable, man. An effing legend. So anyway, we're going to MJF and Wardlow. So MJF. So MJF is now recovering from a hangnail injury, which I'm pretty happy to hear, man. I heard it was pretty significant.
It was. He had to go to doctors and stuff for this.
Yeah. Well, now apparently, but listen to the recovery factor. This is what's phenomenal. I mean, you talk about like John Cena coming back from that torn pec injury, 2-3 months ahead of schedule, right?
With a hangnail.
You're telling me. So apparently, this MJF, he now has the strongest hangnail in the world, according to his doctor. Which is
I think what they should do with this. Remember when Lex Luger was in WWE and he had the plate in his arm?
Yeah, the four screws in the
think,
plate.
I think this should be the same thing where he has the
wraps the finger.
Bionic, the bionic hangnail.
The bionic hangnail. I like
and
that.
And he can foot his opponent and then they just go down for the 1, 2, 3. How cool would that be?
So anyway, apparently though, what's sad and a little disheartening, because now it's like this guy's been training hard. MJF trains hard. Obviously, he's built. He's got that body like a Greek Adonis, right?
Would you say you like MJF at this point?
Yeah, I like MJF. I like the scarf. I like his hair, and he's a good representation of the Jewish heritage. So yes,
he's Jewish.
He's MJF, man. Have you ever heard somebody named MJF who isn't Jewish?
I never heard someone called MJF before. Go on.
Okay. Well, what's concerning now is he apparently was shaving, and now he
another horrible injury. Yep.
He nicked his neck. He nicked his neck. So.
Oh yeah. When he said this, I was like, I was already writing my get well soon card.
What's nice though is he didn't bleed out and die. Okay, he survived.
You mentioned that. He did mention that. Yeah.
He even boarded a German-infested plane just to entertain the people, which I thought, dude, that's after you nick your neck shaving, that's kind of like going above and beyond once you're getting on that German-infested plane.
We wouldn't even do that. So that is going above and beyond.
Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. He's the voice brave enough to cry out. He's the candle that lights the dark room. And quite frankly, 7.
Yep.
MJF is better than you.
No, that's not true. That's a lie. That's fake news.
Okay.
Why do you always come with this fake news? We're journalists, right? We got the degrees, 3 weeks at the community college, and you're gonna drop in fake news. Why? By
the way, do you have the certificate? Because I don't have it. Or did you send it to Ocho?
Well, we share it, so we just kind of mail it amongst. I think Ocho.
That's why I'm asking you. Where did you mail it?
No, I think Ocho has it.
Yeah. Okay. I think. So now we're looking at Musa versus Wardlow.
Now, tell me, though, you thought Musa had a chance here, didn't you?
Well, Wardlow is from Cleveland, Ohio. That's what I got from this. He could be on the cover of Big Muscle GQ, according to Jericho. And this match was so bad, I gave it 4 3/4 cans of full horchata.
Wait, so that's bad?
Negative.
Oh, you didn't say negative. Okay. You're an asshole.
Yeah, anyway, so we go to the Bubbly Bunch. What did you think of this week's Bubbly Bunch?
Yeah, right. Okay, so now you've seen the videos on Twitter and stuff where they're doing those where a bunch of people would do the videos,
where people doing videos. Yeah, they do videos.
Oh, shut up. They'll have the hairbrush and they throw it to the next person. Then they do the video, or the makeup. The girls with the makeup, they do the makeup thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know how to explain it right now, in audio form. But I know you've seen these videos.
You're drowning right now. You're drowning.
Oh my gosh! I
have seen the ones. Have you seen the ones where they'll put their hand up to the
that's
the
what
camera
I'm talking about.
Or. Why didn't you say that? You're talking about some hairbrush or a makeup brush. I don't use makeup brushes.
That was what they did. They had the little
Just
hairbrush.
Just go on. What's your point, 7?
They would go to the screen. Well, obviously, that's what they were doing with this. Were they not?
I'm aware of what they were doing. I thought they did a good job with it. Look, I like the little guy. The little guy doing the worm was classic. I popped at that. Vicky Guerrero popped at that. And Lou Ferrigno, are you kidding me? With the taser? Dude, right. that was money, dude. That was money. I give it up.
Would you would you say this was the best part of the show for you?
So far, yes.
Okay. Moving on. What do we got next?
Okay. We got Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian with some blonde girl versus the best friends.
Oh, the best friends, my favorite group. Go ahead.
So I got some notes from this. Blatantly calling spots. I think it was this Jimmy. I don't know if it was the Havoc or the Sabian guy. I think it was the Havoc guy. But at one point, he looks over at one of the best friends. I think it was the Chuck Taylor Converse guy.
What you like? You like Chuck Taylor?
Yeah, Chuck Taylor. Yeah, well, I mean, Converse All-Stars. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so he basically looks over at him, calls the spot, looks right over, goes in slow motion, pulls the top rope down. Looks back over, and then here's the best friend running in slow motion and just leaps over the top. I mean, 7.
No, I'm fair.
7.
No, I'm fair. I'm fair. I will say in this match, Havoc, when he remember the chair spot, the chair toe in the middle of the ring, and he put his hands up like this. Why wouldn't you not just sit down? They would have missed.
7. These guys are bad. So What do we
what
got
about
here?
Orange Cassidy? When he got hit, the sunglasses didn't even come off his face.
I have a note of that. I did have through the chair orange juice, sunglasses stayed on. What I did like was the dumb flip over the top rope, the tope gordito. And I thought that was pretty smooth, when he hit that torpe gordito right there. But what do we got? Let's see. The dumb suplex on 3 chairs on the outside. That was ridiculous. I got indie level garbage as a note. Another torpedo gordito over the top rope. So creative stuff. Let's see what else. They pulled out a Home Depot 9-foot ladder.
Mm-hmm. Like you've never seen a ladder match before, ever?
I have, just not with a cheesy Home Depot ladder. Apparently Lowe's and or Menards must have been closed. Anyway, so what else? Apparently there's no rules, which I didn't recall hearing in the beginning.
There wasn't any rules.
Ear biting.
It was a Texas Tornado style tag team match.
Yeah, apparently as they went through it and that started, yeah, exactly. As the announcers were even saying, this is kind of more like this. It's not even a tag match. So apparently they weren't even in the know either. Someone was biting somebody's ear and apparently he's a carnivore. Let's see.
Mike Tyson did that once.
I said, God, this is bad. Too many weak chair spots and unnecessary ladder spots. I counted 43 2 counts.
Weak chair. Who is getting up from a pile of chairs to the back of the head?
Well, these best friend guys in the Havoc
you saw the finish
Sabian
of the match.
Yeah,
that guy took a flip on the back of the head into a pile of chairs. You think that was remarkable?
In all honesty, in the 43 2 counts, I was kind of, everything was just a blur. Everything was just a blur. They're throwing kitchen sinks. They're throwing sledgehammers. They got the GL Metros from the 90s. They're throwing everything out there. It's like they even had a can of Grandma Rosa's horchata. Everything's coming from every angle. Everything's a 2 9/10. I don't even know what the hell happened, Seven. That was just, it was awful, Seven. Awful.
That's your opinion? And it's wrong. It's a wrong opinion, but that's your opinion. Okay, what's next? The Britt Baker promo.
Would you stop? Oh. Okay, this is.
You're in charge. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in charge. So.
I'll just drink.
Okay. Yeah, drink your water out of your green cup. So I just want to say first off, my rating. Okay, for this match, -4 full glasses of horchata for this filth fest. Now. Up next, the Britt Baker dental vignette. So, what did you think? I thought it was funny. I thought she did a good job with it. I think she's got some snark to her. She's got a little bit of personality that's coming out.
Oh, I can talk now.
She's definitely got some sarcasm. Yeah, you wait till I come to you. And I thought again, from the last time I saw it, I was impressed. I thought she did a good job, man. It isn't great, but she's doing a good job. She's trying to develop. She's trying to do something. What did you think?
I thought this one was better than the last one. I wasn't really a big fan of the last one. I liked how she was being condescending to the assistant there or whoever it was.
Yep, I like that.
I liked that. I liked how she said, you need to refer to me as doctor. I think I almost want to incorporate that into like our stuff here with the grapplers. I feel like I should probably have like a higher title honor than the rest of you. I don't know what that is yet, but when I come up with it, I think we're gonna make some changes.
Yeah, like something like I got it. Like something like El Americano Schmuck 7.
No, nothing like that. I was thinking more like Master El Americano 7, maybe. Master?
Yeah, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, I'll work on it, but something like that. I think so. I appreciated that. I think that was good. Now I have a question. Now I don't know if it was my $900 iPad or not. And I don't know if you saw the same thing, but did you notice how her face looked mud orange?
I was watching on my OLED screen, and so the resolution is absolutely phenomenal. And I did actually have a note. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't trying to shit on the segment. I thought the good outweighed the bad, and I didn't want to comment on her orange peel, but I did see that 7. Yes.
There is nothing worse, dude. Every guy listening to this program right now will agree. There is nothing worse than a girl who has her makeup on, and you can see the makeup lines going down her neck and the side of her face.
Ugh.
But this, yeah, see, no, you can agree. But this was obnoxious.
She might as well bite her fingernails,
Like, what was she thinking? But this is what you like. Okay, go ahead. What's next?
All right. Sean, opposite of Perfect 10 Spears. He comes out, flips off Billy.
More agenda.
Yeah, flipping off Billy Gunn. This dude's a mark. Second squash match. This was the biggest note I took from this. This is now the second squash match I've seen with this guy that he failed to kind of like get over and look good. Like he's not. I don't know if he like never watched any actual squash matches like in the 80s or like enhancement matches or anything like that, but maybe he could use some help on the psychology or like an agent for his matches. But what he's doing isn't working.
Well, you understand that in the year 2020, squash matches aren't the same that they used to be, right? Like, why can't you adjust to the product today? Like, why is that so hard for you to adapt? Why are you so stubborn?
I'm not stubborn. I'm not going to adapt to filth. Okay, but everyone on the show does the same recipe.
You're not being open-minded.
Okay, stop, Seven. Okay, who are we talking about? Sean Spears, Perfect 10. Wardlow, okay, dangerous, dude. That guy, dude. And who's the other one? Brody Lee. Which have we gotten there yet? Did we already go over that guy's match?
Nope, we didn't.
Nope. Yeah, he's coming up. He's coming up. Okay, so can I wait? You want me to hold on to this rant for that?
Nope, go ahead. Let's do it.
It's all the same formula. They come out. They walk methodically around the ring. They act all cocky like they're the shit. Okay. They steamroll these guys. They ragdoll them completely unsafely. Okay. Then they let them get one little hope spot in, and then they hit them with their filthy finish, and then that's the finish. Every single one tonight, every one was the same. The last show that I watched, same shit. Same thing. Wow, such creativity. Wow, they're so good. Wow. It's indie-rific, dude. This is indie-rific crap on national television.
You understand that they have like 12 wrestlers that they have to work into like 7 shows because we're in the middle of a coronavirus, right?
Can I ask you something?
No, you can't. Okay,
so is the show over? I can't ask you a question?
You're being too hard on the product and the situation.
Okay? Can I get into something I liked?
Okay, yes, please.
All right, so moving along. So we get into this Taz promo. Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you. Remember that shit when Taz was like cool back like 22 years ago?
Yeah.
Anyway, he wore that singlet. He had the towel. Mm-hmm. He crossed his arms and everything. Tried to make him.
Then later he had to wear the running pants. And then
hey, I'm not talking his. Okay. So anyway, Taz, did you see him going over the Mudhawk murderer Archer's finisher? Did you see that?
Oh, God.
This is what I took from that. So he's describing Murder Hawk finish, right? So he's got the guy up and he's extended all the way up, right? Did you see this part?
Mm-hmm.
Just work with me here. Okay, so you saw him. You saw Archer, the Murder Hawk guy was completely extended, right?
Murder Hawk monster. Why is this so hard for you? Go ahead.
Thank you. So the Montauk monster is fully extended, right? And Taz calls it out at 9 feet. And at one point, I think Taz even had the tape measure and was on a stool to measure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he measures at 10 feet or 9 feet. What's funny is then he says sometimes he can get the guy up to 10. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. He's got Marco's stun above his head, fully extended at 9 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Who can he possibly get a foot higher? Like, do his arms like go gadget arm? Does he like, is he standing on a stool? How's he getting that extra foot? If he's fully extended at 9 feet, how does he get the extra foot, Taz? That's what I'm curious about.
Maybe we should get Taz on the show so he can explain what he thought with that. Go ahead.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's it. Actually, you know what? It does make perfect sense because it goes right along with his show. So anyway, we got Brody Lee versus Stunt. Brody Lee's in these goofy ass trunks. He looked much better when he was that scraggly WWE guy. You know.
Wait a second though. I've known you for a very long time. You hate wrestlers who wear jeans.
Uh-huh.
And you're saying that the jeans were better than what he has now.
They were a better fit for his character than with that gimmick he's wearing now. That's all I'm saying. And yes, I despise jeans in a ring. So he's in goofy trunks, but he's very intimidating. And Stunt belongs in the indies, working with people like Brian Alvarez. Lame squash match that shouldn't even be on WCW Saturday night. And then I got negative 2.5 half full cans of horchata.
I don't understand all the hate here.
There's no hate. I'm just calling it like I see it. I've called out stuff I've enjoyed, and I'm calling out stuff I didn't. What's wrong with that? That's what I told you I do. What's the problem?
Brody Lee needs some decisive wins, does he not? He's a new character on the show. He needs some decisive wins, and he got one tonight against Marco Stunt. What's wrong with that? You know,
yeah, it was great. It was a great contest.
You know how frustrating it is to listen to you talk?
Yeah, likewise. Ditto.
All right.
You're trying to put over Brody Lee squashing a child.
Well,
cool,
he's not
man.
a child. He's an adult.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He's like 22 years old. The dude's a kid, man.
He's got that fighting spirit, though, you know?
No, I don't. And did you see, real quick, did you see his promo? Did you see his promo, 7?
I liked his promo.
You liked the promo. You liked the Marco Stunt promo,
Yeah.
7.
It was like David and Goliath. Like, he was like, I could do this.
Okay. We're moving on, 7. Okay. We're moving on. Moxley promo. Okay. Now, this is a guy that can cut a promo, right? We've all seen John Moxley cut a promo, right?
Yes.
So, I'm a little confused. Is this, like, he keeps talking about why he's so thankful. Was he not aware it's not Thanksgiving yet?
It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving to be thankful.
I'm so thankful. It's the Thanksgiving gimmick. That's the whole point of Thanksgiving. Everyone does that promo. He's doing that promo.
Idiots. We're in hard times right now. Okay, the world's in hard times. He is trying to say that I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to be the AEW champion. I am thankful that you guys are liking me, watching me, etc., etc. He is just being thankful for that because we're in hard times. Like, why is that so hard for you to understand? Are you that selfish and that inconsiderate to other people around you that you can't see that John Moxley in this promo is talking to his fans saying, hey, we appreciate you still watching the show. We appreciate you. You know, like,
he was talking to you, 7.
Yeah, he was.
Can I tell you what I appreciated about it without you rattling on for another 25 minutes?
Go ahead.
Gushing over this guy?
Ooh.
What I did appreciate from the promo, 7. This guy's going to be live next week, which is going to be huge, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, our 4th AEW show, this guy's going to be live. Unbelievable. But this is what I really took from this. And this is what I felt in the heart. He's loading up his truck with Gatorade, thumbtacks, Metallica CDs.
Yep. You like Metallica.
He's putting the emphasis on everybody calling their grandmother. Just see how they are right now.
Which they should. Did you call your grandmother? Did you? You didn't, did you? Did you even call your mom? See? 6, you're a selfish prick.
Oh, you think my mom's going to watch AEW?
She might like it.
Don't make me get her on the show. Don't make me bring my mom on the show.
Your mom is much cooler than you are. Let's be honest.
All right, what do we got here? So, yeah, that's all. So we got Lance Archer now versus Goldust with Brandy, and I didn't realize Brandy is now coming out to the ring with Goldie, dude. What's up with that?
Which would be her brother-in-law, correct?
Right. Correct. Now, I do have a question. Like, in all honesty, okay?
Right.
Before we start breaking down this match, and a very comprehensive breakdown, I might add. But before we get into this, why is he going by his WCW / old NWA, the natural Dustin Rhodes moniker, right? That's what he was in WCW and NWA before that, before Turner bought them. Mm-hmm. But he's dressed up in like a total Goldust ripoff outfit.
Oh God! Like sometimes with you, dude, it hurts my head.
Do you remember back 7?
No,
now
I do remember. It's easy. I can answer this question like in 2 seconds. It's called bookends. Okay, he started his career in WCW as the natural Dustin Rhodes,
as a cowboy.
He's gonna finish it as the natural Dustin Rhodes. Okay,
right
now
as a face painted guy. So he went from a cowboy to a face painted guy in a jumpsuit. Got it. Gotcha. Bookends.
Now, what's his established character been his whole entire career, right? If it was Goldust or if it was 7 in WCW, well, he was in TNA for a while, right?
Rain.
He's always had some kind of character like that, right?
Well, I think he was like big time drug issues at that time.
Nonetheless, he's always had some kind of character,
yeah,
along the lines of Goldust.
Well, he had to because that's all he could.
So why are you saying now that he can't do that and finish off his career with.
He can. It's the only success he ever had. That's why he tried to recreate it.
The only success he's ever had. You saw this match. He was just as big and went toe to toe with this guy in the ring.
Okay. We're getting into this now. Okay. I don't even have any notes. Sloppy filth, not impressed. Main event, not worthy of Sunday Night Heat, dude. These guys, dude, this was not impressive whatsoever. I will say Dustin Rhodes, for his age, does look good and does move well and all that.
How like hypocritical are you talking right now? The match was just and it was bad, but for his age, it was good. Dude, he's 50 years old, man.
Dude, he's been wrestling since the mid 80s, dude. For that, props to him.
For his age, he's good, but for the match was filth.
The match was filth. Murder Hawk Monster is garbage. He's fucking indie, okay? He belongs on the independents, okay? That guy is awful, dude. Awful. He is not polished. He's not safe, and he's not good, dude. There's nothing snug about his work.
He's going to be the first TNT champion. You know that, right?
I don't care. Who cares?
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, he's going to be the first mid-card title holder there. And oh, really? So Cody can't go after the main belt, but the one belt that he can go after, he's not going to get. Is that what you're telling me?
That is exactly what I'm telling you. I would bet you anything right now that's what's going to happen next week or whatever week. They're probably going to do it at the pay-per-view if it happens, right? Because I don't think they mentioned that the finals were next week, but that's what's going to happen. It's good. He's going to be your first TNT champion.
Okay,
if you like it or not.
Look, 7 overall, this was another awful show to get through. I like the Britt Baker thing. I thought that was good. I like the bubbly drinking the wine, bubbly gimmick guys. I like the whole little skit they put on. I thought that they did a nice job with it. And
you like Jericho and Shivani's commentary.
And I do like Jericho and Shivani's commentary. I think they do an excellent job.
Anything else?
No, but what I am curious about is what do you want to get into about the Gazette and the show? Because I heard the show back. What's this controversy here?
Let's get into this. Okay, so we do crack the track on the Grappler Gazette. I chose to sit this one out. Okay, you know that 6. I chose to sit. And my thing is this: it's like for things to happen correctly and to go right and to be A+ performances, I have to be involved in it, right? That's
no, that's not true.
Shh.
Only in your arrogant mind.
I know that. That's how this thing works. And every time I'm not involved in something, it turns into a freaking disaster. And that's exactly what happened during Crack the Track this week on the Grappler Gazette. Now, you two idiots probably didn't even realize during the course of the show, but I listened back to this segment and immediately, I noticed what happened. Okay?
What happened? What happened, Duck? Tell me.
What's a duck?
You heard me. What happened?
I want to play something for you. Okay, this was a clip from the very last song that you guys played. Okay, I want you to listen closely. I'll play it a couple times because I know you're slow processing things sometimes. I want you to listen closely.
And can I ask you something, 7?
Mm-hmm.
Is this what Jay was bitching about on Twitter today?
Absolutely, he had every right to complain.
Okay,
now,
listen, man.
I am on Jay's side. Now, this is the guy who defeated me for this very said championship, and I am on his side with this. He is 100% right. Midnight Hack is not the Grappler Gazette champion, and I'm going to show you proof right now. Are you ready?
Okay, no.
Are you ready?
Hold on just a second here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, schmuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me speak.
Schmuck, but you can't do your job right. You and Ocho combined share the brain capacity of like a mental midget. And I love that we're on our own podcast because I can say that.
I'm going to report you for that.
You probably would.
Listen, if Jay has legitimacy to what he's saying, I said I am open to hearing it. What I thought I heard was Midnite Mike chime in first on the last one, and it was close, and I said it was close. I said it on the show, it was close. If I am not right on that, okay, then I will admit I am wrong because I was trying to call it down the middle. However, I feel I was right. So if you have something against that, 7, and something for me to hear, then let's hear it, 7.
All right, you ready? You gonna shut up now so I can play it?
And tell Jay to shut up from afar.
Okay, here we go.
I need to hear it again. One more time.
Settle, guys, settle.
One more time.
That's close.
Whoa. All right, settle, guys, settle.
That was me.
Let me listen to the instant replay real.
See, I was even going for that instant replay. I just didn't have one.
Isolated the audio.
No. Okay.
One more time.
One more time. But honestly,
you can hear JJJ, Mike. Like, it is clear as I don't know how this slipped past you. This wouldn't happen when I host shows.
you're talking a tenth of a second here, Seven. You're talking a tenth of a second.
That's
and then
what
I
we
will
pay
say
you
this.
to do. That
I
is
will
what we
say-
pay you to do.
I will say this. Yeah, you're right. I did sign a pretty lucrative contract to do this show, and that's fine. And I'm doing my best. Okay. I will say this. I'm not making excuses, but Jay being on the phone line versus on the computer is having some effect on this. Now, that isn't my fault. That isn't your fault. That's his fault. But if I made a mistake there, then I'll own up to it. Okay. It does sound like Jay did chime in first. Okay. But I will say this. It was very close. It was very close. You're talking a millisecond here. So what? So what? So Midnite Mike won the belt. He was still dominating the game. So what's the issue?
The problem is you didn't have the wherewithal to correctly identify the person who chimed in first. And you're talking about the phone line versus the other connection. Jay, your connection was solid. You heard here again. You hear J Mike first. Okay? You hear that. So you messed up. You made a mistake. We are not gonna do Jay like that. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's.
Oh yes. Oh, do tell, Seven. What's going to happen.
I'm going to tell right now what's going.
I'm not looking to do Jay dirty at all. Like I said, I thought I was calling it down the middle.
Well, you thought wrong.
Oh,
so here's what's
that's a
gonna
very
happen.
common behavior of yours. But go ahead.
As of right now, on April 29th at 9:54 p.m. Pacific time, Midnite Mike is officially stripped of the Grappler Gazette championship.
No.
That's the decision that's been made. He is
By who?
By
The
me.
Gazette Commission?
By
Is this
me.
part of the Gazette Commission?
You know, because if I was hosting the show like I should have been, this wouldn't have happened. But because you and Ocho share a brain, this happened. So
the guy is a doctor.
I am
I'll
now
take
making
that.
the executive decision.
Okay, look, listen. First off, you choosing not to show up is your own deal. Okay, for whatever reasons you have and underlining issues, that's your own fault, pal. Don't put that on me and don't project your nonsense on me. You understand that? Second of all, you don't call the shots. We call the shots. And I'm not in favor of stripping Midnite Mike when he didn't do anything wrong.
As of April 29, 2020, at 9:55 p.m. Pacific time, Midnite Mike is stripped of the Grappler Gazette Championship. That is a final decision, an executive decision made by me, El Americano 7, because you two idiots couldn't do your job right. So Midnite Mike is stripped. Okay? The picture in the background, he's done.
What do you mean he's done? So what, we don't have a champion now?
We don't have a champion now. We're going back to the AEW picture because he is no longer the Grappler Gazette champion.
Well, how are we going to get another champion then? Why don't we have him play again?
Shut your mouth. Here's what's going to happen.
How about this? How about this, Seven? Okay.
I just said shut your mouth, and now you're talking. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, exactly. So how about this? Since you want to dictate everything, okay, and it makes you feel good, and why is your chair?
I have to.
Why is your chair higher than mine? Why is your chair higher than mine right now?
It's actually not. Your chair is higher than mine because I don't need a higher chair to feel dominance because I'm the leader.
This is the same with Bobby Heenan and Tony Schiavone. But Bobby always had to have the higher chair. Why do you have to have the higher chair than me? Listen, this is what we're doing, Seven. These two can come back on next week, okay? One more game for the Grappler Gazette Championship, and we will have an undisputed champion. What do you think of that?
You know what? I think that's the first thing during this whole show that I can agree with.
That's fair, right? That's fair to both participants.
The next Grappler Gazette, next Tuesday, Midnite Mike versus Jay Chewbacca for the undisputed Grappler Gazette Championship. I can get behind that. That is what we're going to do. I'm glad we can agree.
Good. 7, you going to have the balls to show up?
And then you have to do that. We were doing so good there for like literally 22 seconds. And then you have to talk about that. You know what I mean? You know what? Matter of fact, I will show up.
Good.
I will be there because you know what? If it's not for me, this will be just another disaster. So again, in 7 fashion, I have to hold the fort down. And I would do that next week on the Grappler Gazette.
Love, peace, and horchata.
Brothers Grappler at BG Marks Slayers on Twitter.
Slaying Marks 24/7 on Twitter at BG Marks Slayers.